I said in the last review, we're ending on a wet fart. We're ending on a dumpster fire. A terrible movie. The worst of the franchise. A movie so unbelievably bad that it is just mind-boggling how it even got made. A movie so bad that it actually makes the third one look competent by comparison. They should have just stopped at Minions 2. I would have accepted the third film's existence and tolerate Minions fine enough. And Minions 2 would have been a nice way to just end the franchise right then and there. But no, Illumination being Illumination, having the big heads that they do, decide, you know what, let's just try to make a fourth film anyway, even though we have literally nothing to work with. Let's get Will Ferrell as the voice of the villain, and just call it a day. You can't just do that. You need a story. You need characters. You need development. Like, how is this movie so bad? How? More importantly, how is it actually worse than Kung Fu Panda 4? How? It's just been a real bad year for animated movies so far, hasn't it? And more to the point, a year of bad sequels. But here we are again with yet another one, even though I could have swore not too long ago we actually looked at a good 2024 sequel. You know, Bad Boys Ride or Die. But no, we gotta torture ourselves with this piece of trash. So let's just get this over with, so I never talk about it again until the worst list. Spoiler alert, it's gonna be really high on the worst list. What's up? What's happening? Welcome back to Animation Station. I'm also for anything in animation, including TVs and movies as well. I'm your host, Jackson Small. Let's rip the horrible piece of dumpster fire, cash-grabbing corporate garbage that is Despicable Me 4 to shreds. Shall we? Here's my written review. Enjoy. Wow. Calling this trash is an insult to trash. I thought that it couldn't get worse than Despicable Me 3, and I just got proven very wrong with a film so catastrophically horrible that it actually makes Megamind 2 look competent in comparison. Yes, it really is that bad. Awful writing. Terrible humor that's nothing but eye-rolling and never funny. Boring story. Stupid plot. Horrendous new characters that are some of the worst I think I've seen in animation this decade. Oh, and speaking of worst things this decade, the villains are awful in this movie. Probably the worst of the entire franchise. They're annoying, they barely do anything, they are barely in the movie itself, and they are so freaking stupid. Like, come on, Will Ferrell. You're Will Ferrell. You can be funny. This is inexcusable. And yes, I know it's the writing's fault mainly, but you could have still tried. I mean, you gave your character an accent and you just called it a day. Come on, man. You are a very talented, legendary actor. You should know better. Worst antagonist in the entire series and arguably the entire decade. Agonizing pacing, this movie's slow as hell. Obnoxious runtime, cringy dialogue. This movie is cringe, especially, I'll give one spoiler, there is a reference to the decade-old Honey Badger meme. Yeah, that Honey Badger meme. That one that literally makes all of us cringe so hard our spine cracks. That one. And it's just as cringy in here as it was when it initially became a thing. And it's just flat out pointless to even exist outside of desperation for relevance and money from a company that should know better by now. They think just because they made over $1 billion with the Mario movie that they can get away making corporate trash like this. No, Illumination. You did great with Mario, and we expect more from you from this point forward than just being a studio aimed directly at kids. we expect more. And we're not just going to sit back and shut our mouths anymore. You've proven that you can do great adult family content, and you have proven in the past you are more than competent at making a great movie. So I don't know what was going on inside your head to think this was even remotely passable, but you should know better, and you should be ashamed of yourself for even releasing it. Not even Lucy and the consistently good animation can save this flaming car crash of cringe-fest disaster. Like, Lucy's still good in here, she's my favorite character, and the animation's still good, I guess, and the voice acting is still fine, but that's the bare minimum. Oh, and the whole thing about the superpowered minions, yeah, it doesn't lead to anything. It's just there for the sake of marketing. Illumination frustrates me, if you can't tell, because I know that they are capable of making great movies when they decide to actually try. But when they just coast by on their name and put out half-efforted garbage like this, it angers me. Legitimately angers me, because I know that they can do better. I've seen them do better. And yet they still keep thinking that trash like this is okay. It's not. Raise your standards. Try. Okay? This kind of crap is not acceptable, especially from a company like you. Overall, Despicable Me 4 is a lazy, tedious, frustrating, agitating, aggravating, unpleasant, unfunny, cash-grabbing, zero-effort, pointless dumpster fire, and arguably the worst movie that Illumination has ever made. Yeah, worse than Lorax. It is that bad. This series has run its course, and it needs to end now. The franchise fatigue was setting in with Despicable Me 3. You won my hope back a little bit with Minions 2. But now, it is officially time to end the series, because this is awful. I don't want you guys to subject your kids to this crap. I don't want you to subject yourselves to this crap. I don't want anyone to have to suffer through this crap. Look, if you still want to go see the movie anyway, that's fine. Your opinion, your decisions, I respect that. But, damn it, expect more. We need to expect more from animated movies nowadays, because we know how great they can be, and that they don't have to be just aimed at kids. Like, seriously, man. It's time to raise the freaking standards. Illumination should be absolutely ashamed of themselves, end the series here and move on. It's time for Despicable Me to end. It's the franchise that built your company, but at this point now you're just dragging it out like a hollow corpse to keep making more money. And it is disgusting. Plain and simple. So, that's my final verdict. May or may not be a little bit controversial, and I may or may not be the only person on YouTube to give this movie this low of a score, but damn it, it deserves it. For making me suffer through its hour and a half of nonstop cringe, for not even attempting to try. Your movie, Illumination, gets a final verdict of a well-deserved, very low, possibly top 3 worst movie of the year contender. 1 out of 10. Worst movie of the franchise, the worst movie you have ever made in the entire history of your company, and that is saying something. And I am just done giving you a pass. It is time for you to get your head out of your rear ends and actually try. I know you're capable of better. You know you're capable of better. Don't ever do this half-efforted trash again. As my computer falls asleep on me. well, that's it. I wish we could have ended this marathon on something better, but 2024 is just looking to be the year of terrible sequels, and this just has to be another one. So, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more pleasant videos like this almost every single day. And I'll see you in the next review soon. Peace.
We cannot take it anymore. The time has come to go. Prepare, fight, we're ready for.